Imagine a world without electricity, without flight, without the internet. It's not just a thought experiment, it's a reality that could have been, if not for the relentless drive of a few extraordinary minds. What separates these visionaries from the rest? Is it brilliance, luck, or something far more tangible? The truth is, history's greatest breakthroughs didn't happen by accident. They were forged in the crucible of ambition, shaped by those who dared to see beyond the horizon of the possible. Consider Thomas Edison, a man whose name is synonymous with innovation. But Edison wasn't just a genius, he was a relentless experimenter. Over 10,000 attempts, each one a failure, each one a step closer to the incandescent light bulb. What kept him going when others would have quit? It wasn't just intelligence, it was a refusal to accept the limits of the present. Think about the Wright brothers, tinkering away in their bicycle shop. Their dream of flight was met with skepticism, even ridicule. Yet, they persisted, not because they were certain of success, but because they believed in the possibility of something greater. What drives someone to defy gravity, to challenge the very laws of nature? And then there's Ada Lovelace, a mathematician who imagined a world of machines capable of more than just calculation, a world where they could think. Her ideas, dismissed in her time, laid the groundwork for the digital age. What made her see what others couldn't? It wasn't just intellect, it was an unshakable belief in the power of imagination. These stories aren't just about invention, they're about transformation. They're about individuals who refused to settle, who saw the future not as a distant dream, but as something they could build with their own hands. What does it take to be an architect of ambition? To answer that, we must look beyond the myths and legends, into the minds and methods of those who dared to change the world. What separates a visionary from the rest? It's not just about dreaming big, it's about seeing what others can't, even when it's right in front of them. Visionaries are the architects of ambition, the ones who dare to imagine a world that doesn't yet exist and then relentlessly pursue it. They don't just adapt to change, they create it. But how do they do it? What drives them to challenge the status quo, to risk failure, to push humanity forward? These are the questions we must explore to understand their role in shaping our collective future. Visionaries possess an uncanny ability to connect the dots where others see chaos. They see patterns, possibilities, and pathways that elude the ordinary mind. Think of the Wright brothers, who looked at the sky and envisioned flight long before it was a reality. Or Marie Curie, who peered into the mysteries of radioactivity and forever altered science and medicine. These individuals didn't just think outside the box, they dismantled it entirely, replacing it with something revolutionary. But visionaries aren't just dreamers, they're doers. They're fueled by an unshakable belief in their ideas, even when faced with skepticism or outright opposition. They thrive on adversity, using it as fuel to refine their vision and prove its worth. Consider Rosa Parks, whose quiet defiance sparked a movement that transformed civil rights. Or Steve Jobs, who reimagined technology's role in our lives, reshaping how we communicate and create. These figures didn't just have ideas, they had the courage to act on them, no matter the cost. Societal progress hinges on the audacity of visionaries. They are the catalysts for innovation, the voices that challenge us to think bigger, bolder, and better. They don't just solve problems, they redefine them, offering solutions that ripple across generations. Without visionaries, where would we be? Stagnant, perhaps, or stuck in a loop of the familiar. But with them, we leap forward, propelled by their relentless pursuit of what's possible. So, what makes someone a visionary? It's the ability to see the invisible, the courage to pursue the impossible, and the tenacity to turn dreams into reality. They are the architects of ambition, the builders of the future. And in their hands, the world becomes a canvas for transformation. Imagine a world without the wheel, the printing press, or the electric light. What would humanity have become? The answer lies in the minds of visionaries who dared to dream beyond their time. From the ancient engineers of Rome to the Renaissance polymaths, these architects of ambition have shaped the course of history. They didn't just solve problems, they redefined what was possible. What drives someone to challenge the status quo, to risk everything for an idea? It's a question as old as civilization itself, and the answers are written in the stories of those who refused to accept the limits of their era. Take Leonardo da Vinci, a man who sketched flying machines centuries before the Wright brothers took to the skies. His notebooks were a testament to a mind unrestrained by convention. Or consider Ibn Khaldun, the 14th century scholar who laid the groundwork for modern sociology, centuries before the discipline even existed. These were not just thinkers, they were revolutionaries who saw the world as a canvas, waiting to be painted with new ideas. What made them different? Was it genius, curiosity, or simply the courage to question everything? The Industrial Revolution brought another wave of visionaries, men and women who harnessed the power of steam and steel to reshape society. James Watt's improvements to the steam engine didn't just power factories, they powered an entire era of progress. But it wasn't just about machines. It was about vision. People like Ada Lovelace, who imagined a world where machines could think, long before the first computer was built. These pioneers didn't just adapt to change, they created it. What does it take to see the future when everyone else is stuck in the present? Fast forward to the 20th century, and the pace of innovation accelerates. Marie Curie's groundbreaking work on radioactivity opened doors to new frontiers in science and medicine. Nikola Tesla's electrifying ideas transformed how we harness energy. These were not just inventors, they were dreamers who saw potential where others saw impossibility. What fueled their relentless drive? Was it ambition, curiosity, or a deeper desire to leave a mark on the world? History is littered with the names of those who dared to think differently. From the architects of ancient civilizations to the tech pioneers of the modern age, these visionaries have one thing in common: they refused to accept the world as it was. They saw what others couldn't or wouldn't, and they had the courage to act. What will the next chapter of human innovation look like? The answer lies in the minds of those who are bold enough to dream it. What separates the architects of ambition from the rest? It's not just talent or opportunity, it's the audacity to dream bigger than anyone else dares. Visionaries don't just see the world as it is, they see it as it could be. And that vision? It's forged in the fires of bold ideas and the courage to take risks that others shy away from. Think about it, every groundbreaking invention, every revolutionary movement, every leap forward in human history began with someone who refused to play it safe. Without risk, there is no reward. But with risk? The possibilities are limitless. /n/n Consider the Wright brothers, standing on the windswept dunes of Kitty Hawk. They weren't just tinkering with a machine, they were challenging gravity itself. The world laughed at their dream of flight, but they laughed louder because they knew the future belonged to those who dared to defy the status quo. It's easy to forget now, but every step toward progress was once considered impossible. The architects of ambition don't just accept uncertainty, they embrace it. They see failure not as an end, but as a necessary step on the path to greatness. /n/n What makes a bold idea truly transformative isn't just its originality, it's the willingness to stake everything on it. Steve Jobs didn't just create a phone, he redefined how humanity connects. Elon Musk didn't just build rockets, he reignited the dream of exploring the stars. These weren't safe bets. They were leaps into the unknown, fueled by a belief that the impossible could be made possible. And that's the essence of visionary thinking. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about chasing a vision so compelling that failure becomes irrelevant. /n/n But let's be clear, risk-taking isn't reckless. It's calculated, deliberate, and grounded in a deep understanding of what's at stake. The architects of ambition don't gamble blindly, they weigh the odds, prepare for the worst, and then charge forward anyway. Why? Because they know that the greatest risk of all is doing nothing. Standing still in a world that's constantly evolving is a surefire way to be left behind. Progress demands movement, and movement demands courage. /n/n. So, what's the takeaway? Bold ideas and risk-taking aren't just optional, they're essential. They're the lifeblood of innovation, the driving force behind every breakthrough, every triumph, every moment that changes the course of history. The architects of ambition don't wait for permission to dream. They don't wait for the perfect moment to act. They create their own moment, their own future, their own legacy. And in doing so, they remind us all that the future isn't something we inherit, it's something we build. What separates a dreamer from a visionary? It's not just the size of the idea, it's the ability to rally others around it. History's greatest achievements were never solitary endeavors. Think about it, was the Apollo moon landing the work of one astronaut? No. It was the culmination of thousands of minds, hands, and hearts working in unison. Visionaries understand that collaboration isn't just helpful, it's essential. They know that the path to greatness is paved with partnerships, not isolation. But collaboration alone isn't enough. It's the guidance of mentors, the ones who've walked the path before, that transforms raw ambition into tangible success. Mentorship is the secret ingredient that accelerates progress, turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Consider Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Without their complementary skills and shared vision, Apple might never have changed the world. Or take the Wright brothers, whose partnership and mutual encouragement propelled humanity into the skies. These weren't just teams, they were ecosystems of trust, creativity, and shared purpose. Collaboration breeds innovation, but mentorship sharpens it. Think of mentorship as the compass that keeps visionaries on course. It's the wisdom of experience distilled into actionable advice. Oprah Winfrey credits her mentor, Maya Angelou, for teaching her the power of authenticity. Elon Musk leaned on the insights of physicist John O'Keefe to navigate the complexities of rocket science. Mentors don't just guide, they inspire, challenge, and elevate. They see potential where others see impossibility. So, what's the takeaway? Visionaries don't build the future alone. They build it together, fueled by collaboration and guided by mentorship. It's the alchemy of minds and the transfer of wisdom that turns audacious dreams into reality. The question isn't whether you can achieve greatness, it's whether you're willing to embrace the power of others to help you get there. What separates the visionaries from the dreamers? It's not just the ability to dream big, it's the grit to adapt when the world pushes back. Obstacles are inevitable. Plans crumble. The unexpected strikes. But the architects of ambition don't falter, they pivot. They rewrite the script, again and again, until the impossible becomes inevitable. Resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the backbone of every great achievement. How do they do it? What keeps them standing when others fall? The answer lies in their relentless adaptability. Picture this, a towering skyscraper, its steel frame rising against the horizon. Now imagine the storms it endures, howling winds, driving rain, the weight of gravity itself. The building doesn't just survive, it thrives. Why? Because its foundation is flexible, its design built to withstand the unpredictable. Visionaries operate the same way. They don't just brace for the storm, they learn to dance in it. They anticipate change, embrace uncertainty, and turn chaos into opportunity. Adaptability isn't a weakness, it's their greatest strength. Think of every breakthrough in history, every innovation, every revolution. Behind each one lies a story of resilience. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb on his first try, he failed thousands of times. But with each failure, he adapted. He refined. He persisted. Walt Disney faced bankruptcy, rejection, and countless setbacks. Yet, he kept evolving, reshaping his vision until it became a global empire. These weren't just strokes of luck, they were feats of adaptability. They teach us that success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about mastering the art of recovery. So, what happens when the path forward is blocked? The architects of ambition don't stop. They find another way. They redefine the problem, rethink the solution, and rebuild the strategy. They know that rigidity is the enemy of progress. Flexibility, on the other hand, is the key to unlocking doors that seem permanently shut. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about leaping forward, stronger and smarter than before. In the end, adaptability isn't just a tool, it's a mindset. It's the willingness to embrace change, to learn from failure, and to keep moving forward, no matter the odds. Visionaries don't just build the future, they evolve with it. They remind us that the greatest obstacle isn't the challenge itself, it's our ability to adapt and overcome. So, ask yourself, when the walls close in, will you crumble, or will you find a way to rise? What does it take to transform a bold idea into a global revolution? Enter Elon Musk, a name synonymous with audacity and innovation. Musk's journey is a masterclass in resilience, a relentless pursuit of the impossible. From Tesla's electric vehicles to SpaceX's interplanetary ambitions, his vision extends far beyond the confines of Earth. But how did a man with seemingly limitless ambition navigate the treacherous waters of skepticism, financial ruin, and technical failure? The answer lies in his unyielding belief that the future is not something we inherit, but something we build. And build he did, often against insurmountable odds. When Tesla teetered on the brink of bankruptcy in 2008, Musk poured his last dollars into the company. Was it desperation or determination? Perhaps both. But it was that very gamble that saved Tesla and redefined the automotive industry forever. SpaceX faced its own existential crisis. After 3 consecutive rocket launch failures in 2008, the company's future hung by a thread. Yet, Musk's response was not retreat, but resolve. The 4th launch succeeded, securing NASA's confidence and igniting a new era of space exploration. Musk's story is not just about technological breakthroughs, it's about the human spirit's capacity to endure, innovate, and inspire. What separates Musk from his contemporaries is not just his vision, but his willingness to risk everything for it. He doesn't just dream of the future, he engineers it. But at what cost? The toll of such relentless ambition is immense. Sleep-deprived nights, public scrutiny, and personal sacrifices have been constant companions on his journey. Yet, Musk persists, driven by a singular mission: to accelerate humanity's transition